If you're ever curious what a backwards chisel plow looks like, that's this right here. Total tractor fail. Our tractor ripped up our chisel plow. This is the second to last field that we need the chisel plow. That's awesome. But is all this work for nothing? The reason I ask is because tomorrow, for 3 days, there's a projected rainfall of about 1.5 inches. That could be detrimental to all this work we've been doing. This is day 8 of the 2020. I need to catch my breath.
All right, let's work. It's the 2020 crop year. My name is Matthew Sliger. That's right, we're out in California planting rice by air. Welcome to the rice fields. Ride with me from planting to harvest. This is California rice, my friends. You're watching Rice Farming TV.
This is day 8 of groundwork as we're preparing the soil to plant our 2020 rice crop here in California. Come on, let's go. Ground's working up real nice. A lot of moisture. Gonna dry out, except it's gonna rain tomorrow. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this is day 8 of preparing our soil for the 2020 rice crop. However, not every day have I been filming because just about every day it's been the same thing. Me on the 7240, either filling in drains or ridging, building up our levees. So I didn't want to bore you. So what are we going to be doing today? More filling in drains and building up levees on the 7240. But it will be the last day of that, so I'm super excited. As I mentioned, these are the last 2 fields that we need to plow, meaning I've just got 1 field to fill in the drains. Pretty awesome, right? We're gonna try to stay ahead of Larry over there on the chisel plow that we saw earlier. Now, if you need to get caught up on all my episodes during the 2020 crop year, I have a playlist dedicated to it. I'll leave that link down in the description. Now, just to give you a progress report before these rains hit tomorrow, we have chisel plowed by the end of the day 800 acres twice. 2 passes with the chisel plow over 800 acres. And on another 600 acres, by the end of the day, we'll nearly have all that chisel plowed once. So all of our ground will be open, all of our ground will be ready to soak up this rain. And hopefully it doesn't rain too much, because if it does, we might have to re-plow all the fields that we did already. Anyway, enough talking about what ifs and weather, enough talking about work. It's time to get to work. Let's go. Engine oil good, water good, 7240 good. All right, what do you say we start this bad boy up? Cycle through my 3-point. See Larry out there working? Way out there. All right, let's get going. I'll be doing this for a couple of hours and I will spare you the repetitiveness. If you haven't seen this type of work, just go back to the previous 2 episodes of Rice Farming TV. Link is in the description, or that playlist again is down in the description. I will check back in with you once the filling in of drains for this season is officially done. Just got this last field to do. Actually, if you look out there, not a cloud in the sky. It's kind of hard to believe that we're gonna get a rainstorm coming in tomorrow for the next couple of days. But, oh well, we're gonna work as if it's not going to rain, because it might not actually rain that much. You know how weather goes. Now you're gonna notice up ahead of this drain is a rice box, an unsung hero in the rice field. Look left, look right. You'll notice we're way out in the middle of this field, and we got a rice box right out there. Actually, in the center of the field on every levee has a rice box, and that helps us in the fall drain the winter water off the fields right before harvest. Try not to hit it. Reverse. See it there? just a thick stand of our rice crop in the fields, when we drain our irrigation water in the fall, we need that extra rice box to help carry the water out. See, just beyond the ridge there is a rice box on the edge of our rice field. And there's the road. And way down there is the other rice box on the edge of the field. The simple anatomy of a rice field in California. Woohoo! Last drain to fill for the 2020 crop year just ahead of us, folks. All right, let's head up and say goodbye to Larry and tell him that from here on out it's smooth sailing. He's not gonna have to worry about bumping over any drains, any divots, as we smooth them out as he continues to chisel plow. Woo! Bye, Larry! All right, sweet. Now that all the drains are filled in, time to get that 7240 back to the equipment yard. Let's see if we can't find some other tractors at work. Ready? Oh, Larry's making a short pass back just to say goodbye once again. Nice. He's making real quick passes back there just because he's worked his way into the corner. Pretty soon, he'll be going around and doing all the perimeter work, covering up all these turns. Actually, you can see him getting in position now. He's gonna back up into the corner, which means we're pretty much in his way. Better run. Why is there so much running in this episode? Gonna lock the 3-point up, take it out of 4-wheel drive, check for traffic. We're clear to hit the road. Not a lot of tractors down this gravel road, although out to the west we got some worked up ground. Out to the east we have some unworked ground. Although look, they've filled in their drains, but I haven't seen any tractors thus far. That's all right. We'll find some tractors over at our operation. We're almost back to the equipment yard. Oh, there's one way out there. Can you see it? Big old John Deere pulling a big wide chisel plow. We got a tillage disc just parked right out in that field. We're home. Okay, we've got an issue here. Rick called and, as he put it, has ripped up a chisel plow. The 3-point chisel plow that was behind his 340. Pops has called and wants me to play musical tractors, unhook the 245 from the pull chisel, which isn't in use right now, so that we can hook Rick's 340 up to that pull chisel and he can continue working. I'm going to then take the 245 and meet Pops over by the ripped up pull chisel, and we're going to see if we can't drag it out of the field. Let's go. And why is the Case 245 available, you ask? Well, because late employee number 1 just didn't show up today. So he's super late, like 7 hours late. Anyway, let's go see if we can't pull out this 3-point plow chisel. There's Pops. He just got done hooking a heavy chain up to it. So I've just backed up to it behind it, because if we try to pull it out forwards, the chisel teeth are, of course, going to just anchor itself down in the ground. All right, we got it hooked up, and Pops is going to try to drag it back to the shop backwards. Let's see how that works. Freshly worked soil isn't helping, but he's taking it easy. Seems to be going okay. There you can see where it ripped. We'll take a closer look at the damage when we get it back to the equipment yard. Anyway, let's catch up to Pops. So far, so good. If you're ever curious what a backwards chisel plow looks like, that's this right here. He's gonna have to come up on the road. Let's see how he maneuvers that. So far, so good coming up on the road. Let's see what happens when those back chisel teeth hit the different grade. Oh yeah, just sliding right on up. Ooh, ooh. Bunny hopping. Doing the backwards chisel shuffle. Looks like Pops wants to dip back down into a rice field to get it on softer ground. Pretty smart. Made it to the equipment yard so we can start working on it. Or at least call Ace Mechanic Jerry Amos to start working on it. Yeah. Wow. That is rough. Here's the piece here. This video is sponsored by Gorilla Glue. Do you have any Gorilla Glue? Just joking, this video is not sponsored by Gorilla Glue. So the top hook of the 3-point would go right in here, latch on here, and that of course ripped. As you can see, it's not Rick's fault. How rusty that is there, that's been cracked for a whole long time. Here, the shiny, that's definitely a new crack. Over on this side, rusty again. So sorry about that, Rick. That was probably ready to go at any moment. Wow. Well, no sense crying over a ripped up chisel. Let's go to All Metals, get some replacement metal so Jerry can weld this back together. Let's go. What do we got here? A couple deers on the road. There's a big boy out there working the fields. Give him a thumbs up. That's a 500. Booyah. All right, enough interruptions. White knuckles to the steering wheel. We got to get to All Metals to get that replacement square tubing for a big Jerry Amos. We're in cattle country now, y'all. All Metals. Dun da da dun. Dun da da dun 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 dun. Office. This place has got a lot of cool stuff. Hi. I've got an order to pick up for George Sliger, please. Inside All Metals. Sweet forklift, dude. Another sweet forklift, dude. Square tube? Square tube, that's right, George Sliger. That's good steel right there. Okay, thank you very much. Have a good one. You too. And it is as easy as that. Let's get out of here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Awesome. Never know what you're gonna find at All Metals. Cool forklift. Cool forklift. Okay, Jerry, we're ready for you. Got the replacement metal right here. Gonna go right there. Really heavy. It's gonna go right there. Well, now that we're back, let's cruise down and see how Rick's doing with that pull chisel. See how he likes that as opposed to a ready to rip 3-point chisel. Let's go. There's Rick backing up like a pro on his new chisel plow. Atta boy, Rick. Yeah, buddy. Rick's looking like a real pro. Sweet, huh? Now what are we gonna do? Look at the soil? Yeah, moisture. Gonna dry that out. Except remember, it's gonna rain. Remember, it's gonna rain. So that ripped up chisel plow, kind of least of our problems. There goes Rick again. Way out there is Frankie. Let's wait till he comes back around so we can give him some air time. Actually, I want to get some air time real quick. This right here is the last field on the main ranch, the main 800 acres that we farm around here, around the equipment yard, that needs to be chiseled for the first time. So now all the ground is opened up, and most of it, about 600 acres out here, has even been chiseled a second time. Here comes Frankie. Very nice. Did you notice how Frankie barely lifted his chisel teeth out of the ground? They were just skimming the ground. That's great, because that means as soon as he makes his turn, he can get his chisel back down into the ground that much sooner, making less turns, less cleanup at the end around the perimeter of the field. Good job, Frankie. It's actually getting pretty close to the end of the day, so let's head back to the equipment yard. Well, the only thing I did since being back to the equipment yard is drink this bottle of water. Now the boys are finished with the field. They're coming in to fuel up. So our day is nearly done, and all we have to do is wait for the rain. We'll see what happens. Hope you all enjoyed this episode of Rice Farming TV. Stay tuned. We'll see how wet our fields are after the next couple of days. Take care. Bye-bye. Oh yeah, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the episode. You know, the usual. Bye. I might as well help Rick fuel up, huh? Why not? Here's Rick now. Diesel time. Hey Rick, how you doing?
Pretty good.
How'd that pull chisel work out? A little bit better than that broken one, huh?
Yeah. This is a little bit harder to turn around though.
Yeah.
You gotta back up a lot.
You gotta back up with wheels, huh? Yeah. Good job, Rick. Let's take a look at his pull chisel. See that? Getting a little crack. Usually does crack out there, as you can see by the welds and the arrows from past years. Gotta keep a close eye on it. We bury these chisel plows 8 inches deep into the ground. We're traveling 6 miles an hour. Sometimes we're turning a bit with the chisel plows in the ground. Easy to crack the frames. It's like tearing paper. Anyway, this is the end of the episode. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed, because this is the end of the day, and I sure enjoyed spending it with you. Let me know if you have any questions down in the comment section. I'm hitting the road, hightailing it out of here. Hope you're all well. Stay dry. I hope we stay dry. Bye-bye.